Hi, this is Eric from Crystal PM, and this is the Kno2 tutorial. To open up the Kno2 window, click the Import Export option in the menu bar, and then click Kno2 Secure Messaging. Now we can see the Messages tab, which by default displays unread messages in your inbox, but you can also view draft messages, sent messages, and deleted messages in the trash. But first we'll create and send a message to ourselves. So we'll go to the Compose tab, and let's select an address from the address book. I've already manually added the addresses that are associated with this Kno2 account. You can select a single or multiple contacts to send to, then click the Select button at the bottom to make these the receiving or to addresses for the message. Next, we'll select a subject. The subject is not a free text field. This is a measure to prevent patient identifying information from being included in the subject line. You can add subjects through the Kno2 account on the Kno2 site by clicking the settings in the top right, then Configure Releases, and then click the plus button to add subject lines. The subjects listed here were included with the account by default, but if you don't see any subject listed or the subject you just added isn't showing, click the Refresh button next to the subject field to refresh the list from your account. Next, we'll add the body text. Then we'll select the patient that this message is associated with. Now let's add some attachments to the message. You can add attachments directly from the patient files in Crystal. You can also add attachments for files in your system. And another option you have is to attach an up-to-date summary of care CCD. Now that we have a complete message, let's send it to our address for the sake of an example. So let's click the Send button. Now let's go back to the Messages tab to view the message we just sent ourselves. To get it right away, click the Retrieve Messages button to check for messages, and then double-click that received message to open it. Here we can see that we sent the message from the fax number associated with the Kno2 account, and we sent it to the records address. We can see the subject, body, attachments, as well as the basic demographics of the patient that the message was related to. But to import the attachments to this new message, we first need to select the patient that this message should be associated with. Now we can import the attachments that were included in this message. Select an attachment in the list and click the Import button. We can add the file to the patient's files. If the attachment is the XML version of the CCD, we can import the discrete patient data from the file to the patient's demographics and medical records, which works the same way as it did before. So that concludes this tutorial. As mentioned before, if you want this integration, please contact Kno2 by email at sales@kno2.com to start the process of creating the account. And I would also let them know in the email that you're a Crystal PM user. Thank you.